Now in this session we'll do revision on decimals. So this is the first question, convert into decimal. So I have two questions. So in now sum number 1 we have 100 as a denominator, and this is very easy actually, you can directly do it. Now in the second question I have given 25 by 8. So in this case you have to divide and give the answer in decimal form. So this is very easy, as you all know. So 156 by 100. Okay, how many zeros are there? 2. So from extreme right we will start counting 1, 2, and then we'll put point. So 6, 5.1. Okay, so this is the answer. Now what about this one? 25 by 8. Now here you have to divide. Fine. So 8 3s are 24. Okay, so 1 is a remainder. Now 1 is smaller than the divisor. For this case you have to put a decimal here, and then you have to put 0. Fine. For this decimal we are putting 1 0. So 8 ones are 8 again. So if you subtract it, again we'll get 2. So 2 is again smaller to 8. So for this decimal you can again put 1 0 here. So now 8 2s are 16. Again 4 is coming. So for again this decimal you will put 1 0 here. So 8 5s are 40. Okay, so this is your required answer, 3.125. Okay, so this was the first sum. Now let's move on to the second sum. So second question is we have to add all those numbers. Fine, so we have to be very careful with the decimal portion. Okay, so we'll write the first number, that is 6.606. Now what is the second number? Decimal. So after decimal first you will write the digit. After decimal, what is the number written? 6. Now you will consider it on the left hand side, 6 6. That means 6 will be here and another 6 will be here. Now go to the third number. So third number, just put the decimal. Now what is there on the right hand side of the decimal? We have 0. And what is there on the left hand side of the decimal? It is 6, 6 and 6. See how I am writing just below the numbers, digits. Okay. Now what is the fourth number? First of all you give the decimal. What is on the right hand side? It is only 0 we have, and on the left hand side we have 6, 6. Fine. Now consider it on the fifth number. Again you put a decimal. So on the right hand side we have 2 6, 2 6, and on the left hand side we have just 2 zeros. Now we see that we have all gaps here, isn't it? So fill the gaps with 0. Fill the gaps with 0. Okay, here also fill the gap with 0. Okay, now you add it up. So your first one would be 6, 6 again 6, 6, this will be 18. Put a point here. Then 1 2 3 4, 6 for the 24 plus 1, 25, 2, 18, 19, 20, 0 to 8. So your answer will come as 805.866. Okay, so now let's move on to sum number 3. Now sum number 3 we have to subtract. We have to subtract 2.5307 from 8. That means from this number you have to subtract this one, but it is only 8 given. So be careful. 8 means what? What is the meaning of 8? 8 means 8 point, not like this 0.008, not like this. 8 means 8 point, and then you have to write the zeros, 1 2 3 4. Why 4 zeros I have given? As because the number which I will subtract from 8, it is carrying 4 digit after the decimal. Fine, so we'll write it down, 2.5307. Understood why I have written 4 zeros? Fine. So now we'll subtract. Now it is easy for all of you. So now the answer will be 3, 9, 6, 4 and 5. So this is the answer. Okay, so the main part was this. Okay, how will you subtract from 2.5307 from 8? So how to write 8? 8.0000. And why 4 zeros? Because the second number is carrying 4 digit after the decimal. Fine. Now let's move on to sum number 4. Sum number 4 we have evaluate 0.05 whole square. Evaluate means you have to expand it. You have to open it. Okay, fine. So 0.05 whole square. So how to read this question? 0.05 whole square. So what is the meaning of square? Now if I write 2 square, fine, what is the meaning of this? 2 into 2. If I write 3 square, what is the meaning of it? 3 into 3. Understood? So any number which is carrying 2 at top of the number, that means we have to multiply this required number 2 times. Fine, it's the same thing we'll do with 0.05 also. So 0.05 whole square means 0.05 into 0.05. Now when you see that the two numbers which are in the decimal form and you have to multiply it, then I will rather advise you to convert this decimal to a fractional form first. So how many digits are there just after the decimal? That is 2. So you will write 5 by 100, isn't it? And the same thing, we will write it for the second number also, 5 by 100. Now do not reduce the number. Do not reduce the number. Just simply you multiply the numerator with the numerator and the denominator with the denominator. So 5 into 5 would be what? 25, and 100 into 100 would be 10,000, isn't it? Now you can simply convert this. You know that you all have learned all these things. So if a number is carrying 1,000, 10,000, that means after 4 digits from right hand side, you have to put a decimal. But we have only 2 digits are there. So rest of the 2 numbers have to be make up with 0. So this is a required answer. So 0.0025. Okay. So let's move on to sum number 5. So this is the last sum for today. That is division is there. 0.076 divided by 0.19. Again we see that these are the 2 decimal numbers. So what we'll do, we'll convert this into the decimal form. So we can write 76 by how many zeros? How many digits are there after decimal? 1, 2, 3. So we'll put 1000. We'll write division sign here. Then again we have to also convert this into the fractional form. So 19 by 100. Now on the next step, we will replace this sign with multiplication sign. So 1000 into 100 upon 19. We all know that when we replace division sign with multiply sign, the right hand side fractions gets reciprocal. Fine. Now we'll reduce these 2 zeros, and 76 is divisible by 19. So 19 was a 19, 19 4s are 76. So the required fraction is 4 by 10. Now you can give your answer in the decimal form. So it would be 0.4. Okay. So this makes your work little easier. So thank you and take care all of you.